I'm GREYMOND. I'm an expert in OCD recovery because for the last 19 years, I've been helping people fully recover from OCD. If you would like to do personal coaching with me, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. You can sign up from there. Today, I wanted to continue from yesterday's topic and diving into yesterday we talked about there are no good or bad thoughts, but today I wanted to dive into the intrusive thoughts. In popular culture, we hear all the time that everybody gets intrusive thoughts, but I wanted you to understand exactly what that means. Again, going from yesterday's discussion, there are no good and bad thoughts. Thoughts are just a bunch of letters that turned into a bunch of words that turned into a bunch of sentences that came into your mind. They're neutral. They're neither good nor bad. They're just a bunch of letters. So, what makes a thought intrusive? Well, what makes a thought intrusive is our interpretation of that thought and our reaction to that thought. If you put 50 people together in a room and you ask them what is intrusive thought to each person, it's all going to be different. A thought that one person finds intrusive, the other person will not find intrusive. So it varies person to person. It depends on your values because it always goes against who you really are and what gets to you the most. But again, I want to bring your attention to the fact that it's your reaction and how much you focus on it is what makes it intrusive. Another person hears the same bunch of letters that turned into a bunch of words and it's not intrusive because they don't react. So what makes the thought intrusive is your reaction. And this gives you all the power. You are the captain. You have all the power to have a lot of intrusive thoughts in the day when you're going to react to everything, or start pulling back where when a thought comes in that's currently intrusive, react as if it's not. And after a lot of these, it's not intrusive, doesn't matter, I don't care, ignoring type of reactions, eventually your brain will stop labeling it as intrusive and stop bringing it up with high cortisol, with high adrenaline, with this mix of stress hormones. Your heartbeat will not your heart will not beat faster when you get these thoughts anymore. You will treat them as nothing. But we have to retrain the brain to get you to that point. And this is where the tracking and the accountability comes in. This is why we track and reduce how much time you are letting yourself ruminate. Because when an intrusive thought, when a thought comes in, when it becomes intrusive, because of your reaction, there's rumination that's taking place. And if you don't let yourself ruminate and just say like, hey, whatever, it's a thought, Again, it's a neutral thought. Doesn't matter. It's not positive. It's not negative. It's nothing. It's just one of 70,000. It doesn't matter. And you treat it like this over and over and over again. Again, you can get yourself out of it. And I always say this with clients that not only do you recover from OCD using this method, but your everyday life becomes so much simpler because you don't let yourself ruminate on anything. Because bad things happen to all of us from time to time. But when bad things happen, you can either ruminate and make it even worse or not dwell on the situation and instead of focus on the solution. So imagine how much your life can change if you apply this principle across the board. Thank you for listening. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you would like to do private coaching with me, please sign up through youhaveocd.com. I'll see you tomorrow.